What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Stampede Airsoft. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Elite Force HK MP7 AEG. As the name and look of this gun implies, this gun is built and based off of the real steel MP7 made by Heckler & Koch. Originally being built to fill the role of an SMG that was capable of penetrating body armor to phase out the dated MP5, this gun is now ambiguous throughout all sorts of pop culture and media, whether it's movies or your favorite first-person shooter. Unlike some of the older replicas of the MP7, this one is a 1-to-1 scale model, so it's not slightly bigger or slightly smaller than the actual MP7. It is the exact size. And with that came some interesting technical difficulties that I will get to in a little bit. Going from tip to butt on this rifle, we have this metal flash hider right here that on this model is connected to a polymer plastic outer barrel, but on some of the newer ones they do have metal outer barrels on them. Right behind that you will find this cap right here, which actually is the cap to cover up your battery compartment for this gun. So to change a battery, all you're going to do is pop open this little cap right here, and inside you will find a small little area that you can fit any stick type LiPo or lithium ion batteries. Out of the box, this gun is wired to Tamiya, so any of your standard Tamiya batteries will work, or you can very easily get this gun switched over to the Dean's connector. In my opinion, if you were to use this gun, I would run an external PEC box battery right here on one of the sides, making it very easy to run higher milliamp hour batteries, giving you an ability to stay in the fight for longer. Out of the box, this gun does not have any sort of key mod or M-lock mounting areas. It is the screw-on Picatinny rails, so you'll have to find some of those if you want to mount any side accessories on this gun. Right here on the bottom, we have this folding foregrip. The way you fold it back in, there's a small little tab right here. You'll pull down on that, and it will fold flush up into the body. And then to pull it back down, you will just pull it out and it'll click into place. Something that's pretty standard on a lot of the HK replicas in the airsoft world are ambidextrous fire controls. So right here you have your ambidextrous bolt release that actually does function on this gun, your ambi magazine release, and your ambi fire selector. Moving to the right side of this gun, if you were to pull back on your charging handle, the bolt does lock back, making it very easy to make any sort of hop-up adjustments. It is just a small little wheel pop-up, so it's not very difficult to make adjustments on the fly. And then to close your bolt, all you're going to do is hit either side of your ambidextrous bolt release, and it will go forward. Another thing to note is on top of the standard thumb safety on this gun, there is a safety inside of the trigger. So whether this gun is on full auto or semi, you will have to make sure your finger is covering the entire trigger to be able to shoot this gun. Moving back to the rear of the gun here, you will have your charging handle that if you pull back on it, it does not return forward on its own. You will have to push back on it yourself. Back here we have this nice multi-position stock, and the way you adjust that, there is a small little clip here on the right side, right next to the charging handle. So you'll push up on that, the stock will pop open, and the first position is very far out and is quite comfortable for most people. And then you have two more slightly smaller adjustments, just like that, and the stock does not come out all the way. There is no way to get the stock all the way out on this gun. Internally on this gun is a completely proprietary VFC MP7 gearbox, so if you wanted to make any sort of upgrades to this gun, you really can't. They don't have any aftermarket parts out there yet, and if you were to break anything on this gun, you will have to go straight to Elite Force or VFC to try and get replacement parts for it. However, that is not such a bad thing, because out of the box, this gun does shoot pretty good to begin with. It has very nice trigger response, and the MOSFET in it does have some nice features, including a magazine cutoff. So inside your magazine, there is a nice little follower right here that has this nice little magnetic tip right here, and once it runs out of BBs, it'll trip the magazine cutoff in this gun, and it will physically prevent you from shooting the gun. One thing to note, that if you were to put this magazine absolutely empty inside of this gun, please make sure you depress the follower first, because you do run a risk of breaking the follower off if you were to just jam it inside of the gun. After taking this gun back to the chronograph, loading the magazine up with some .20 gram BBs, and plugging in a Titan Power 11.1 lithium ion battery. On semi-auto, this gun is shooting between 380 FPS and 386 FPS, and then on full auto, it rips 22 balls a second. For a gun this small and a barrel this short, I'm surprised that it is reaching such a high FPS. Elite Force definitely puts some nice little magic inside of this gun to get it shoot pretty well. This gun does perform very well, and if you treat it very, very nice and don't absolutely beat on it whenever you go to play, even at open plays or at Milsim events, wherever you were to take this gun, it will last you a very long time and it will perform very, very well. The only time you'll start running into issues is that if you start breaking things and end up needing replacement parts, because that's where that is the big downside on this gun. However, if you did want to just avoid all of those issues altogether, there is an HPA kit out there for this gun. I'm not exactly sure how it all works. I've never taken a look at it, but we do plan on getting one in and actually HPAing this MP7 right here and selling that. But as it sits as an AEG, this gun does perform very, very well. And hopefully throughout this gun's lifetime, Elite Force will continue to make changes and make upgrades to this gun to make sure you will not have to worry about needing extra parts at all, and they might even make it so that you can actually build these things and build better parts for them. Currently, as this gun sits as an AEG, it is retailing for $406.95 and is available in-store and online at StampedeAirsoft.com. As always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out our Facebook and Instagram to stay up to date with all the new stuff going on in store and at the field, and I will see you guys next time.